Hindi madali mag-umpisa dito sa YouTube. Ang daming doubts, ang daming tanong. Pero we kept ourselves going, we continuously upload travel videos, and now we just hit 100,000 views. Mapa new travel content creator ka, or magsisimula ka pa lang, or just a regular viewer na curious kung may pera ba sa social media content creation, keep watching this video. This is the most transparent video we created for you guys. So hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, and for this video, since it's our 7th month here in YouTube and na-reach na namin yung personal milestone namin which is 100k views, ipapakita namin kung magkano nga ba ang kinikita ng isang content creator dito sa YouTube na may ganitong kadaming views. We created this video because we rarely see posts of fellow Filipino travel creators telling their experiences once they reach the 100k views. You can see a lot of other videos relating to 100k view earnings, pero take note, iba-iba ang earnings per country. So when we're starting, we have zero idea ano nga ba ang typical range how much a Filipino travel content channel is actually earning. Pero bago natin yan i-discuss, we want all of you who's watching this video na maging familiar how this works. We'll divide this into 6 great topics starting from our experiences, paano nga ba kami nagsimula, paano at kailan kami na-monetize, ano yung mga videos namin which performed well at ano naman yung mga hindi, tapos paano kami nag-track ng performance ng mga videos namin, and then we will also give you advices, especially dun sa mga kakasimula lang o mga nagpaplano pa lang talaga magsimula ng travel content creation dito sa YouTube. At lastly, magkaano nga ba ang kinikita dito sa YouTube ng isang Filipino travel content creator? So note that this video is regarding travel content. If you are doing lifestyle, entertainment, or other styles of content creation, earnings may not be the same. So also, if ang audience mo ay hindi mainly from the Philippines, malaki din ang chance na iba ang earnings na makuha mo sa channel. We're Beam and Grace, and we create budget travel guide for Filipinos looking to explore the world without spending a fortune. On this channel, you'll find easy to follow itineraries, complete cost breakdowns, and insider tips to make your travels unforgettable. So if you're ready to plan your dream trip, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. So paano nga ba kami nagsimula dito sa YouTube? So ever since Grace and I met, one of our most common things that we both share is travel. So by around 2013 or 2014, we started traveling locally. Until 2015, it was the first time we actually traveled abroad for the first time, which is in Hong Kong. So doon nagsimula yung budget traveling journey namin. So by that time, hindi pa uso yung travel vlogging dito sa Pilipinas. So more on picture-picture lang. Tapos kasi kami mahiyain actually magsalita in front of the camera before. So as a result, natagalan lang talaga kami gumawa ng travel content until last January 25 this year, which is part of our New Year's resolution. We decided to upload our first video. This is a local one. Ito yung travel guide namin going to Siargao. Siya nga pala, before we started here sa YouTube, we create posts in Threads app giving guides to Filipinos around the world. So ayaw namin sa Facebook or sa TikTok kasi marami kaming personal friends and families doon and natatakot kami ma-judge. So anyway, yung mga naging experiences namin both with visas and travels, tapos yung super detailed budget namin kapag may trips kami, may it be locally or abroad, pinopost namin sa Threads. We're still continuously doing this in the Threads app, so you may follow us there as well if you're interested. So back to the story, we received great feedback doon sa app, doon sa Threads app, that we had a lot of views. So the highest na views ay umabot ng 1 million plus. Never imagined Threads has that much of a population since it's a new app. And a lot of people told us that it's been a great help for them on their travels. So now, we decided to expand dito sa YouTube. Kasi by the way, we started here sa YouTube from wala talaga. So 0 subscribers, 0 watch hours, and we are worried. Actually, hanggang ngayon, Especially sa mga questions like, paano nga ba pag walang nanood dito sa videos na i-upload namin o walang interesado talaga na manood? Tapos, nakakahiyang mag-video in front of the camera. Baka pagtawanan tayo, especially sa mga kakilala nating makakanood. So, those are some of the major concerns that we're continuously facing, and we're pretty sure yan din yung iniisip nyo, lalo na't nagsisimula pa lang kayo bilang isang content creator, especially for travel. So what we're actually thinking is we want to document our travels. Yun na lang yung iniisip namin. Tapos, we can earn kahit hindi naman kalakihan for now, and at the same time, help other people dreaming of going abroad for leisure. So what are our experiences dito sa YouTube on our first to third months? So our first upload was on January 25, 2025, and this is about our Siargao guide. So as you can see on the screen, hopefully lahat marunong naman bumasa ng line graphs. Noong January 26, after 1 day of upload, we received only 50 views. 50. At first, based on our observation, wala naman talagang nanonood, o kung meron man, onting-onti lang. Karamihan pa ng views noon, feeling ko, kami lang talaga yung nanonood, tsaka yung ibang galing sa threads, pero yun lang yun. And then, came our first month, ayun, continuously, nakikita namin yung growth, pero mabagal. Ito yung stats namin pagkatapos ng isang buwan. So, it's February 25, 2025. So, nagkaroon kami ng 101 subscribers with less than 6,000 views with 424 hours of watch time. So, happy na kami na may ganitong kadaming views. Ibig sabihin, marami na din kaming natulungan at marami na ding naka-appreciate sa guide namin kasi hindi biro na mapanood ito ng 5,600 people, yung video na yon. Tapos, umabot ng 424 hours in total yung panonood nila. So, not bad for a new channel. So, regarding our major peak when we are starting, after uploading our second video, which was done last Feb 2, which is our complete guide for Schengen Visa, pagdating ng last week of February until March first week, nagulat kami kasi biglang tumaas yung viewers. Kung dati wala pang 100 views per day, biglang tumaas at umabot ng 5,265 views per day so far, our highest as of currently. So continuously dumadami yung views, and on our third month, ito naman yung growth namin sa channel for April 25, 2025. So after 3 months, 788 subscribers na, tapos yung watch time hours namin, 4,455. And ayun, lumagpas na siya sa requirement ng YouTube para ma-monetize, in which 4,000 lang talaga. So later, we'll discuss this further, yung requirements for monetization. For now, we're showing this to you, how many engagements happened on our first 3 months sa YouTube, and soon, sana mangyari din sa inyo. So baka tinatanong nyo, paano kaya nangyayari yung bigla na lang tumataas? Tapos minsan bababa, tapos tataas ulit. And what I know is it's because of the algorithm. Ano nga ba yung algorithm na to? So algorithm is like the system or rules YouTube uses para mag-decide kung anong videos ba ang ipapakita sa isang viewer na kagaya mo. So think of it as the YouTube's matchmaker. So hinahanap niya kung anong video ang pinakabagay sa bawat viewer. So take Netflix as an example. So hindi lahat ng palabas actually pinapakita sa iyo ni Netflix, di ba? Instead, binibigay lang niya yung mga movies or shows na tingin niya magugustuhan mo. Fit for your watching behavior. So based on what you already watched. So kung nakita ni Netflix, ito yung watching behavior mo from your past usage. Example, mahilig ka manood ng horror or suspense. Tapos, kakapanood mo lang ng Wednesday na series. So, nirecommend niya ngayon yung Squid Game tsaka Stranger Things. So, ganun din sa YouTube. So, pinapakita lang niya yung videos na may chance na panoorin ng isang viewer from start to finish. So, kung tinatanong mo, ano nga ba yung formula nitong algorithm na ito? Nobody knows yung exact formula nito, honestly. So, si YouTube lang ang may alam paano magkikita ang viewers with the type of content na posibleng magustuhan nilang panoodin. So sa mga new to YouTube, hindi pa kabisado ni YouTube yung content mo, and as time goes by, matututunan niya din yon based doon sa mga videos na i-upload mo. So dapat makita ng mga taong may hilig din sa travel. So that's the reality, especially that the algorithm is based on history and performance. If you are really just new, it's normal to have only few views. So wag kayo madi-discourage if nakikita mo yung iba na in one day, may 10k to 500k views na. It's because matagal na sila sa YouTube and YouTube already knows the behavior of their target markets based sa history and sa performance. So paano at kailan naman kami na-monetize? So just to give you a background, so kanina medyo na-discuss na natin. So YouTube kasi has the following requirements bago completely ma-monetize yung channel mo. So there are two options. So first, i-focus mo ang long-form videos. So you need to have at least 1,000 subscribers and at least 4,000 valid public watch hours in the past 12 months. If you enjoy naman doing shorts or the short form content, so ito yung sinuswipe up and down natin, at least 1,000 subscribers and at least 10 million valid public short views in the past 90 days. So in our case, we decided to focus on long form. It's more achievable for us. Our goal is to give Filipinos detailed travel guides to prepare for their trips. So, tsaka for us, mahirap ang shorts because you really need to go viral first. Tapos for only 90 days para makapasok ka dito sa path na ito. Kaya nag-focus kami talaga sa mas mahabang video content. So, based on our experience, sabi nila mas madali daw ma-hit yung 1,000 subscribers. Pero for us, doon kami nahirapan. So, mas madali yung watch hours. So, na-achieve namin kagad yung target na yun in 2 months. So, mabilis talaga namin siya na-hit. It happened last week of March. So, nung April 26, ito yung stats namin. So, kulang na lang ng 2 subscribers. So, hindi ko alam pero mahirap talaga mag-gain ng subscribers. So, by the way, if these requirements are hit, hindi automatic magiging monetized ka. So YouTube will send an invitation for you to apply. So kailangan mo mag-apply sa tinatawag nilang YPP or the YouTube Partner Program. So aside sa requirements na binanggit namin kanina, here are the other requirements na kailangan nyo din na ma-fulfill. So firstly, it's compliance with policies. Your channel must adhere to YouTube's monetization policies at wala ka dapat active community guideline strikes. Pangalawa, the AdSense account. You need to have one. Kailangan mo siyang i-link dun sa YouTube account mo. This is necessary for receiving your payments and don't worry about this because YouTube will guide you how to do this. The next one is the two-step verification. Yung two-step verification dapat enabled for the associated Google account. So wag ka din mag-alala dahil may instructions sa ibibigay naman tong si YouTube how to do everything. So after this, YouTube will review your application to ensure it meets their guidelines. So by the way, as per experience, hindi naman inabot to ng 1 month yung actual review to accept the YPP program. So once approved, ino-notify ka naman kagad ni YouTube and your dashboard will look like this. And then officially, we became monetized last May 2, 2025. Since nag-start kami noong January 25, after 3 months and 1 week, nagsimula na yung monetization journey namin. So honestly, mahirap talaga, but with dedication, we reached this specific milestone. So pag sinabing monetize na yung channel mo, there are different ways to earn in YouTube at ito yung mga sumusunod. So firstly, yung advertising revenue. So creators can enable their ads on their videos and earn a share of the ad revenue. So parehas watch page, yung long form content, at saka yung shorts feed, which is the short form content, ads nun, marireceive mo once monetized. Next is the fund funding. So these are the features like Super Chat, Super Stickers, and channel memberships, which allow viewers to support you as a creator directly. Next one, pwede ka din kumita via shopping, YouTube shopping. Yung mga creators pwede maglagay ng sarili nilang products here or promote other brands through affiliate links. And the last one is the YouTube Premium revenue. So since yung mga viewers sa Premium, wala silang makikitang ads, a portion of the YouTube Premium subscription fees are shared with creators whose content is watched by premium subscribers. So for every new content creator or a person who has a goal to start his or her YouTube travel channel this year, let this be an inspiration for you guys to push through. In case hindi mo magagawa ito in 3 months kagaya namin, don't be frustrated. Dadating at dadating ka din dyan. So tandaan natin na hindi lang yan out of determination, pero syempre you need to work on your travel content. So later, we'll discuss more tips regarding this based on our observation. So ano nga ba yung mga videos namin na nagko-contribute to our growth at ano naman yung mga content na nagpo-perform ng mas mababa? So since we've been in YouTube for 7 months already, we've uploaded both long and short form content. So 14 long form content at saka 15 shorts naman so far. As per our insights, performing well na mga videos namin ay actually travel guide. So kung mapapansin nyo, yung pinakamataas namin yung Schengen Visa Guide that we created last February 2, followed by US Visa Guide and then the US Visa Integrity Fee Guide which is uploaded 2 weeks ago. Pinakamataas na views ng channel namin is almost 43,000 as of this recorded video. And until now, it's continuously growing kasi ang travel guides is considered evergreen. So ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin na nitong evergreen na ito? So these are timeless content on YouTube or other platforms that stay relevant long after they're uploaded. So unlike trending topics or news updates that quickly lose interest, evergreen videos continues to attract views, search traffic, and engagement for months or even years. So as a tip, it's better to upload evergreen videos kaysa trending topics or news updates. So regarding our lowest performing videos naman, these are mainly our travel vlogs. So siguro, it's because in the world of competition dito sa YouTube, sobrang madami na yung nagpo-post ng ganitong klase ng videos. Tapos kami, since small creator pa lang kami, so mas malawak yung reach ng mga channels na yon in comparison with us. Or maybe, people watching are less interested or not that popular yung destinations na ginagawa namin ng videos for Filipinos, so hindi namin masasabi. Paano namin tinatrack yung performance ng videos namin? So, sa YouTube kasi, you'll be amazed because in terms of data, you'll know everything. So, may tinatawag na section sa YouTube which is the YouTube Studio, may it be on the website or sa app. Dito mo makikita lahat ng stats mo for your channel. So YouTube Studio is linked with Google Analytics and you can actually know comprehensively yung performance ng mga videos mo. So to give you some of the common metrics na you need to consider when tracking, lalo na if you want to get monetized and earn in YouTube, here are the following. So firstly, it's the core metrics. So malalaman mo dito yung subscribers mo, views, watch hours, at saka revenue if you are already monetized. For number 2, it's the video performance metrics. So nandito yung click-through rate which is ano ang percentage na nagiging interesado ang viewer at i-click niya yung video mo. Average view duration or yung tagal nilang pinanood yung video mo. Tapos yung audience retention at saka engagement. For number 3, the third metric that we would need to consider is the audience insight. So the demographics in terms of gender, age, and country. When are your viewers online? Anong oras or what day? Mas madaming nanonood. Tapos kung ilan ang returning versus new viewers mo. And the last metric that you need to consider is traffic sources. So nakikita ba nila yung video mo via YouTube search, suggested videos ba, o galing sa external links. So those are some of the common metrics na kaya mo makita sa YouTube Studio. So actually, madami pa, but we need to focus on these metrics. Kasi dito pa lang, it will be very helpful for you to know the growth of your channel. So ngayon, what are the advices we can share based on our experiences? So honestly, we really don't consider ourselves very successful yet here in YouTube kasi 7 months pa lang, but we want to share these points or advices to you because we already experienced this, especially when we are starting. So the first one is work on your thumbnail and titles. So the goal is to have a higher click-through rate or known as CTR as discussed a while ago. So this is the number of your views over impressions. So again, number of views. Ito yung nakiklik ng videos mo because they are really interested on your video. Tapos yung impressions naman, ito naman yung number of times na pinakita ni YouTube yung video thumbnail nyo na in-upload mo dun sa mismong feed ng mga users. So with this, you can identify if mataas yung click-through rate mo. So example, may 10 viewers ang nag-click sa'yo. Tapos nakita mo sa YouTube Studio, ang impressions mo naman ay 10,000. So kung kukomputin mo yon, it's 0.1% lang, meaning ang baba nun. So panigurado, may something wrong on your title or your thumbnail. So always find time for it to be more visible and attracting to users. So syempre dapat may quality as well in doing that. So we personally do our thumbnails in Canva, and you have a lot of options in terms of designs, photos, and text fonts there. So next naman, our second advice is work on your storytelling and editing skills. So if mababa ang AVD plus retention, so ibig sabihin posibleng may mali din. So yung title and thumbnail mo, very appealing nga. Then nung kinlik nila, pinanood na nila yung video mo, nainip sila or magulo yung pag-edit mo or maingay, magulo. So as a result, they leave earlier than expected. So if you want high stats for both AVD and retention, again, make the videos engaging and not boring. So create a great storytelling with great sequences. When editing, mag-add ka ng sound effects, catchy music, and if you're speaking, make it lively. So we personally edit our videos in Final Cut Pro, but you may try free editing softwares like CapCut or DaVinci Resolve. So learning how to edit takes time, pero if nasanay na kayo mag-edit, it will be faster and easier as time goes by. Our third advice, so once uploaded, find a way para mas ma-discover yung channel mo. So promote it on your social media platforms. Facebook man yan, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and so on. In a way, possible mag-increase yung views mo kasi we all know that it's really hard to be discovered, especially if you're just new in YouTube. So another thing, you need to engage with the likes and the comments. So always give replies to people who appreciates your work. So it actually builds loyalty and tells YouTube your video is engaging. And the last one that we can share is YouTube is a marathon, it's not a sprint. So wag mag-expect ng thousands of views right away. Hindi tayo artista or sikat na personality. So focus on consistency. Kahit one video per week, it builds momentum. So treat each upload as practice and you'll get better at editing, storytelling, and promoting over time. So magkano nga ba yung kinikita namin dito sa YouTube bilang isang Filipino travel creator? So ngayon, ipapakita na namin sa inyo magkano nga ba ang kinikita namin dito sa YouTube so far for 7 months. Just an overview, currently ito yung mga stats ng channel namin. So subscribers, we have 2,376 people following us in YouTube so far. So it's possible naman na tumaas. So for the views, para naman sa lahat ng nanonood ng videos namin since January, either subscriber ka or not, the total is 108,432. So more than 100,000 views na. So for the watch hours, for the total overall hours that viewers watched our videos, we currently have 8,780 watch hours. So this data is for 7 months of our time here in YouTube. Ngayon naman, we'll be sharing you based on these stats, magkano naman yung nagiging earning namin since the time na naging monetize na kami dito sa YouTube. So for transparency, we'll be sharing this para alam nating lahat na legitimate ang pagbibigay ng earnings ni YouTube sa mga content creators and para mas ma-inspire pa tayo to push more para mas malaki pa ang makuha natin moving forward. So by the way, what we're actually earning right now is just based on YouTube ads and YouTube Premium. So wala kaming affiliates or products na binibenta, wala din kaming super likes or anything like that. It's purely on ads and a portion of incentives from YouTube Premium. So far, we've earned 5,538.45 pesos since we started being monetized last May. So here's a breakdown. So nung May, nagkaroon kami ng 1,077, nung June, 1,454, nung July naman, 1,026 pesos, and then August, ito yung pinakamalaki so far, it's 1,980 but still ongoing. So honestly, it's not enough yet for you to resign sa work mo or feed your family sa earnings na nakukuha namin currently. This is just an extra income. So kung nakapunta kami abroad, especially sa America or sa Europe, it's because it's out of our own money sa work and savings and walang nako-contribute pa dito ang earnings namin sa YouTube. So again, if you are having 100,000 views, hindi pa ito enough para maging dependent sa YouTube unlike other content creators. So we'll just repeat, iba-iba ang nakukuhang rates ng earnings. Bakit nga ba ito nagva-vary per channel? So there are main things which contribute to earnings kaya ito iba-iba. So we have 5. The first one is location of your audience. The next is type of content or yung niche na tinatawag. Advertisement type. And then seasonality. And the last one is the devices that you are currently using. So firstly, yung location of your audience. So advertisers pay different rates depende sa kung saan nanonood yung isang viewer mo. So for example, yung mga viewers sa US, sa Canada, sa UK, tapos sa Europe, usually sila yung mas nagge-generate ng mas mataas na ad revenue in comparison with Philippines or India or other Asian countries. Because mas mataas ang ino-offer na advertisements rates doon. Okay? So, the next is the type of content or yung niche na tinatawag. So, some niches attract advertisers na willing na mas magbigay ng mas mataas. So, we listed some of the most popular niches in YouTube at ito yung mga sumusunod. So, firstly, yung mga high-paying niche is finance, tech, business. Yung mid-paying niche naman is more on travel, and the low-paying niche is entertainment, mga memes, mga vlogs. So there. So ibig sabihin nito, a travel video targeting budget-conscious Filipinos will likely earn ng mas mababa kaysa sa video about financial tips na aimed sa mga Americans. So next, yung advertisement types. Hindi lahat ng ads nagbabayad ng pantay-pantay. So may iba-ibang klase kasi tayo ng ads. So kagaya ng may skippable tayo na ads, may bumper ads, display ads, or mid-roll ads at lahat ng ito, iba-iba ang payout rates. If viewers skip ads often, bumababa syempre yung earnings mo kasi hindi mo naman pinapanood eh. So next is seasonality. So advertisers spend more in certain months. Example, November to December for holidays, which increases this rate. So after January, pwedeng yung ad rates nito mag-drop na. So it depends. So next and lastly is the devices used. So nag-iiba-iba din ang rates depende sa anong device yung nanonood yung viewers mo. So yung ads sa smart TV or sa desktop usually pays more than ads dun sa mobile. So it's because advertisers see higher value in those placements. So another thing na posible mong maitanong is yung earnings ba paano kino-compute ni YouTube? So before that, I would like to introduce to you first some jargon terms, especially if it's your first time here in YouTube, especially in analytics stuff. Okay? It's called the CPM, the playback-based CPM, and the RPM. CPM, so ito yung cost per mil or tinatawag na CPM for short. So ito yung gross offer or yung bid ng advertiser na binabayad niya sa YouTube para mapanood yung ads niya sa video mo. Pero take note na gross pa ito. So hindi pa kino-consider dito yung deductions, tsaka hindi pa nako-consider dito ilang beses magpapakita yung ads sa videos mo. Okay? The next one is tinatawag na playback-based CPM. Ito naman yung mas accurate because it measures per 1,000 actual ad playbacks. Kung mapapansin nyo, it's usually higher than your CPM. So bakit? Kasi based lang ito sa lahat ng mga viewers mo na actual nanonood ng ads inside your video. So nalilito pa din ba kayo sa difference ng CPM at playback CPM? So let's use this analogy. So si advertiser ay isang politikong nagpapamudmod ng total na 100,000 pesos sa pangangampanya niya. So ngayon, ina-expect niya na ipapamigay niya ito sa 1,000 tao, 1,000 people, in which ito ay magiging 100 pesos per person if computed. Pero in reality, ang dumating lang ay 500 people. So lahat ng dumating doon, instead ng 100 pesos ay makaka-receive na ng 200 pesos instead. So ayan yung perfect analogy for us. So it's very Filipino. So yung politiko, siya ang advertiser with a budget of 100,000 pesos. Yung CPM ay yung 100 pesos na matatanggap mo since ine-expect ni politiko ay 1,000 tao yung pupunta. Pero in reality, 500 persons lang ang pumunta. So yung playback CPM mo ay 200 pesos na kasi nga 500 lang yung pumunta. So kaya mas mataas talaga ang value ng playback CPM versus CPM. So ngayon, ang tanong, so ito na ba yung final rate na ibibigay sa'yo? Hindi pa, kasi may tinatawag tayo namang RPM. So yung RPM is the revenue per mil. Ito na yung actual rate ng viewing ng video mo per 1,000 total views mo. Deducted na dito yung cut ni YouTube na 45% plus the fees and stuff. So balik tayo sa analogy natin kanina ng politiko. Ngayon, di ba makakakuha dapat kayo ng 200 pesos from the politician? Ngayon, may mga taong nag-aasikaso ng pamumudmod ng pera. Isipin mo, ito yung leader na siya yung nagmamanage. So, syempre, may cut siya din doon. Hindi naman yan out of nothing, tutulong lang magpamigay ng pera ng politiko. So, si YouTube, yun ang acting leader na yun. Syempre, kukuha siya ng cut niya since dapat makaka-receive ka ng 200 pesos. Kailangan may ibigay ka sa leader na 45%. So, may uuwi mo na lang ay 110 pesos. So, kahit pang Starbucks, kulang pa din. So, anyway, that's how earnings work sa YouTube. So, if you have questions or clarifications, we are more than willing to help. And just post your comments below, okay? And we will answer as fast as we can, okay? So ayun, those are our earnings so far. We all know it's not that big since we're just starting. So wala pa kaming 1 year and hopefully we can have a follow-up when we reach 1 million views. So that is our next target and promise that we'll be sharing a video again when that happens. So again, if you are really interested to start or to grow your channel, it is important to know all of these topics that we discussed. And tiyaga lang if gusto nyo talagang gawing career ang YouTube soon. And hopefully marami kayong natutunan dito sa video namin na pinublish today. And sana naging aware kayo na walang madaling way to go to the top. If yes, hopefully you'll subscribe to our channel because it will be very helpful for us, especially on creating more travel guides, travel content in the near future. So maraming salamat and thank you for watching.